All right, Tech Ultimate Gohan Showcase. You guys already know he's absolutely insane. The showcase is about to be absolutely insane. I really just want to see how high this guy's defense can get. Let's go ahead and get right into it. This is the team we got for him. Got a couple support units. I tried not to bring too many just because I really want to see how good Tech Ultimate Gohan is just by his power alone. But still, we brought a couple support units. We've got the In Future Gohan right here. He supports Bond of Master and Disciple. And then we've got the STR Ultimate Gohan. I think he just supports all allies. And then also Entrusted Will, which this Gohan is on, right? I mean, I think he should be on it. Yeah, he is on Entrusted Will. Okay, so we got a little bit of support going on, but not a whole lot. Still, Gohan is going to be putting in a lot of work in this video. So we're going to link him with the In Future Gohan. We got 4 out of 7 links, a little bit of support, 308k defense. So, you know, pretty good, right? 308k defense. You might be thinking, all right, I mean, you know, that's pretty solid. Of course, he's got his guard also. Normal attacks probably won't really be hurting this guy. But, you know, if he gets supered first turn, it's going to do some... No, he's got 30% damage reduction right here. Which might not sound like a lot to you, but with 300k defense and guard, yeah, that's good. Also, you know, we're stacking defense, and we've got additionals built in. So, let's see. Let's see what his damage is going to look like. We're receiving an attack, so we are going to get... yeah, a little bit of a attack buff right there. Let's see him do a couple different supers, 7.8, and then next turn, or the next turn that we have him, his defense is going to spike up. Okay, so we got the double super, so already he's going to be pushing 400k on the next turn, but let's wait. Let's see if we can get the triple. No, we just straight up kill. All right. Now, this event is not that difficult, so don't see Gohan killing the Vegeta right there and be like, oh my god, like he's insane. Like, no, not really. It's just this event kind of sucks. So, you know, I wouldn't necessarily judge his potential or anything like that off of how he performs in this event. Just kind of like looking at his stats and comparing to how we think he would perform in actual difficult content. And we'll bring him in a difficult event later in the video. I'm not too worried about really putting him to the test in terms of difficult events in this video. I really just want to see how high his stats can go. And then we can kind of judge, you know, where we would put him from there. But anyway... yeah, got a pretty good rotation right here. If we throw him in slot 2, no, we still get the same links activated. Yeah, 500k defense. All right, guard. And we're greatly stacking still. This is the second turn we have him. Granted, we lost the 30% damage reduction, so keep that in mind. But I would say 500k defense with guard is still pretty good because after we super... we're at least at like 700k defense. That's not including additionals. So 700k defense with guard after we super on his second appearance is pretty good, I would say. So hopefully we can get a few more supers here. Yeah, we got the double super. All right, we could potentially get the triple super if we get kind of lucky here. But if we crit, we're not going to get that. Okay, no, we didn't crit, and we got the triple super. So yeah, on the next turn, yeah. Let's just see. We probably don't even have to try and stack with him a lot. Because my plan, or what you typically should do with Gohan, or any unit that's stacking and then transforms, you want to stack with them as much as possible, and then at the very end of the fight, or relatively at the end of the fight, you're going to want to transform with them. So then, of course, you know, the carried over stacked attack, stacked defense, stacked attack and defense will go into the transform state of the unit. But with this Gohan... we don't really have to, like, do that for most of the fight, because he's already crazy high defensively, like, 3 turns into the event. So, like, we could probably just transform with him on this next turn, because the condition to go into Ultimate, I believe is turn 5. I could be wrong, though. Let me check really quick. So, for his active skill, yeah, it can be activated starting from the 5th turn from start of battle. So, not really that difficult to get. That gives you the opportunity to stack a little bit with this guy, especially with all the additionals he has built in. And then, of course, once you do transform with him, he becomes pretty good. We'll cross that bridge when we get there. But, yes, this guy's potential is even more than already what we're seeing right now. So, right here, we have a lot of support. Yeah, okay, million defense. Look, I know we've got a lot of support, but... I mean, if a unit's had a million defense on turn 5 with guard and continuously stacking... I don't care how much support they have. That's a good unit, right? I mean, because even without the support, we're still approaching a million defense. So, I would say that's pretty good. I would say that's pretty good. All right, so we already established his defense is just ludicrous. Absolutely insane. Nothing's going to touch him. But I want to see his damage. We've gotten a couple supers here, a couple attack stacks. 11 million, and we've got built-in additionals. Okay, man, okay. Yeah, and the double super, 12.5. Yeah, on this next turn, I'm going to go ahead and just transform with him. Because, don't get me wrong, we could... Dude, the triple, what was that, 11 into a 12 into a 13 million? Oh, my God. Yeah, I mean, dude, if you get relatively good RNG with this guy, he is crushing everything. And even poor RNG, you could still get really far with him. I mean, like I said, you just maybe have to stay in Ultimate Gohan, or stay in base Gohan for like an extra turn or two, just so you can stack a little bit more, and then transform into Ultimate Gohan, and then bam, you're set, right? Yeah, just really good, man. Definitely an amazing Easy A. They had me a little worried, I'm not going to lie, because, especially with a unit like Tech Ultimate Gohan, on release, of course, he was so dominant. He was... Well, was he as good as this on release? Yeah. Yeah, he was probably this good on release, because back then stacking units were good, let alone stacking and guarding and greatly stacking. So, yeah, he was about this good on release. And you could tell they kind of made a mistake there. They definitely probably shouldn't have released a unit that was that good. Because even some, like, Dokkan Fest, years after his release, just didn't even measure to Tech Ultimate Gohan. Like, look at Raditz. Physical Raditz was nowhere near as good as Tech Ultimate Gohan, who released like 2 years before him. So he was definitely ahead of his time. So with his Easy A, you know, was a little bit worried that maybe they weren't going to give him that much, or maybe they were just going to barely bump his stats up, just, you know, add a bunch of fluff, but nothing really important. But no, they gave him exactly what he needed, more damage and just a little bit more defense. So now he's absolutely insane and in the meta again. So anyway, 1.25 million defense. It's pretty good. But with the transformation, still 4 out of 7 links. All right, we'll keep him in slot 2, so he gets 6 out of 7 links. He's at 1.74. Yeah, so 1.7 million defense. We get 50% attack and defense for 3 turns on our super attack effect. Again, we still have that guard. Although, you know what? Yeah, we do get 58% attack once we receive an attack. And we get attacks effective against all types. So yeah, I am going to throw him in slot 1 just so he can get that. Our stats do go down a little bit, but it's not that big of a deal. Still, okay. It's not 1.7 anymore. It's 1.6. It's not like he's taken, you know, double digits from everything in the game still. So yeah, let's see how much damage he can do right here. I'm blown away, man. I mean, by his details, I knew he was going to be good, but over 1 million defense for pretty much the whole fight after you've gotten like a few supers. Obviously, he always has guard. And then also, you're dropping over 10 million attack stats like 3 times in a turn. Keep in mind, also, that first crit right there, I think that was guaranteed. And, yeah, we've got a guaranteed additional, which, again, 50% attack and defense for 3 turns. We're super effective against all types because we received that 1 attack. And we had the extra 58% attack buff going on. And we've got built-in key, so getting a super is not going to be difficult with this guy whatsoever. Pretty good. Pretty good, man. Let me know in the comments how you're feeling about his Easy A. I mean, I know there's some people that are a little, well, let's just say pessimistic about his Easy A. They're pointing out the very few flaws that he has. Maybe like, I don't know, if you don't get lucky with a couple additionals here and there defensively, I guess maybe you might be a little bit lower, or maybe if you just don't get the opportunity to super with this guy. So if he gets locked in slot 3 or sealed, yeah, you know, his defense, I don't even want to say it'll be bad, because I think we started off with 300k defense with guard, which is great. But, you know, in like the final phase of some of these fights, if you don't get the opportunity to stack up, you know, they're hitting very hard. So of course, he has some room to take a little bit of damage, but as long as you put a little bit of thought into how you use him, just by making sure he gets like a couple supers, he's fine. And now, of course, RNG doesn't always help you there. You could get locked, you could get sealed, all that, of course. But most of the time, this guy is just going to be absolutely crazy. So, yeah, I don't know. Let me know in the comments if you guys have any nitpicks with him, because I honestly can't think of any other than that. I mean, he's got guaranteed additional supers. And then, you know, in his base state, he's got a really good shot at getting a lot of supers. His link set maybe isn't that crazy, because he's got stuff like Infighter, which I guess isn't really amazing. Power bestowed by God. And then, yeah, all the other links are good. But those two links maybe aren't crazy common. But then, dude, when you're sitting here at 2 million defense with guard, and you're getting 50%, you guys know, I don't want to repeat myself here, but when you're doing this, does it really matter? Like, it's not like you need those links to be good, and you're dropping 15 million attack stats with guaranteed additionals. Yeah. Good unit, man. Good unit. I mean, we could really call the video there, but we'll take him in a difficult event. We'll stack up with him a little, take him in a difficult event, and see how good he's looking. I'm going to try and get him to stack a little bit more than we got him to stack here, just so we can really see, like, I don't want to say the peak of his defense, because technically you could just, you know, infinitely stack, and then he'll get to whatever, 9999 million. I bet he'd get there pretty quick, actually, but, you know, we'll maybe stack with him for a couple extra turns than we did in the Legendary Vegeta fight. I think we transformed with him on turn, like, 6, so we'll transform turn 7, 8, and we'll see how good he's looking there. Alright, so we're here in the Shadow Dragon event. We're fighting stage 8. I figured this would be pretty good for Ultimate Gohan because he does have type disadvantage during the final phase. So if anything, you know, this is going to be a really good test of his performance. Even though I guess technically he's got guard, so that doesn't really matter. But whatever, anyway, kind of long event. There's 3 phases, and obviously Omega has a lot of HP, so I figured it would be pretty good for Gohan to stack. You can see right here we're at 881k defense, turn 8. Definitely haven't been the luckiest in terms of additionals here, but we still should be alright. Ooh, I don't know if I should use an item, actually, because I don't know how well Ultimate Gohan's going to perform. So, yeah, I think I'm going to... Here, let's pop a Whis. So, for this turn, we're going to be fine. Ultimate Gohan's going to be absolutely fine, the tech one. He's absolutely fine. He's not going to take any damage right here, but I just want to be safe for Beastless Gohan because, I don't know, he's a little bit of a liability. He lost his guard. 480k defense is decent, I guess, but... I don't know. He's only really good after he supers. Because then, of course, he gets all these stats from his super attack effects. You know, he can do multiple supers in a turn. And Omega's main thing, or sins, I guess, is this. AoEs. So, yeah, without that Whis, we definitely would have been dead. In fact, we still might be dead. Oh, no, that's not an AoE. Okay. Well, he has those normal attack AoEs, which can do some solid damage, too. So, we'll see in a second. Which, actually, you know what? We could kill. Maybe if we crit on this, and then we get an additional crit. Which that would be ideal because then get a lot of stacks in. Ooh, okay. All right, yeah, that's good. So, I guess on the next turn we have him, we'll transform. Quadruple? Oh my god. So yeah, on a turn like this, dude, you don't really get much better than that. That was 450% attack and defense stacks. So actually it's kind of good he didn't crit because then, you know, you probably would have just killed earlier and we wouldn't have been able to do the 4 supers. I'm not risking it. I don't really care. This Ultimate Gohan scares me. I'm just going to pop a Ghost Usher right here. We still have a Whis on this turn as well, so we probably wouldn't have died. But, again, not risking it. I want to see the next turn of the Tech Ultimate Gohan because he's probably going to look crazy. And just a little side note here. Beast Gohan. So, if you're on Global, obviously you're probably saving for Anniversary at this point. Or you're going to start saving once the Golden Week banners are done releasing because we still have an LR. But, maybe just... slightly pay attention right here. You know, 15 million attack stat, crazy high defense. I could go on and on about everything that guy's doing, but just keep that in the back of your head. Maybe the 30 stones we got earlier today for Golden Week. Maybe just save those for Anniversary. But anyway, that's enough about that. 1.38. I would say that's pretty good. I would definitely say that's pretty good. What are we going to go up to, like 2 million now? Or almost 2 million? Yeah, 1.85. Okay, so we'll keep him in slot 1. There's a couple AoEs. I probably should use the Scouter. Alright, let's see. We could easily die right here just because the AoEs might hit the other 2 Gohans who aren't really as good. But there's some of the Tech Ultimate Gohan's best linking partners, so I did want to bring them. Don't kill. Oh, yeah, we're dead. Okay, yeah, we're definitely dead. 500k. Alright, man. I mean, yeah, I guess I probably shouldn't have brought the other Tech Ultimate Gohan. He's kind of bad. But anyway, we saw him take double digits. I don't really need to show him tank a super. He's tanking a super. This boy's at like 2 million defense with guard. He's tanking, right? So we'll call the video there. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know what you guys are thinking about Tech Ultimate Gohan. I'll catch you on the next one.